It was at a busy Lekki mall, somewhere between luxury boutiques and a cosmetics store, that she met Michael. He looked every inch the Lagos big boy. His designer shirt clung neatly to his shoulders, his haircut was fresh and sharp, and he dangled the keys to a luxury SUV as though they were part of his hand. He walked with the ease of someone who owned the ground beneath his feet. Judy noticed him before he even spoke. He was the kind of man who demanded attention without asking for it. "OMG, I just thought I was looking at a mannequin," Michael admired, sliding effortlessly into her space with the practiced charm of a man who had done this many times before. His voice was warm, smooth, and brimming with confidence. Judy smiled politely, though she was slightly amused at his boldness. Michael immediately caught her accent when they got talking and complimented her about how she spoke great English. "I just arrived from the States, trying to settle in." "Welcome home, then," he said, letting his gaze linger just long enough to suggest admiration without making her uncomfortable. "You need someone to show you Lagos. It's not a place to navigate alone." The words, simple as they were, struck Judy as oddly comforting. For all her online influence, she was alone in a city she barely knew. Here was someone offering to guide her, someone who seemed at ease in the fast pace of Lekki. Michael offered to drive her back to her hotel that evening. Judy hesitated for only a moment before agreeing. As they walked toward the SUV, she noticed how confidently he carried himself, how naturally he slipped into the role of protector and provider. When the engine purred to life, Michael made sure the music was soft, the air conditioning comfortable, and his attention fixed squarely on her. As they drove, Michael asked about her life in the States, her work, her family. He nodded at the right moments, laughed in the right places, and dropped hints of his own supposed wealth and business ventures. Judy, impressed by both his composure and the luxury car she sat in, allowed herself to relax. By the time he pulled up at her hotel, she felt oddly reassured. He promised, with a confident smile, to take her around the city and show her Lagos through his eyes. Judy believed him. For the first time since arriving, she felt she might not be alone after all. On their first date night, Michael spared no expense in creating the illusion of grandeur. He whisked Judy off to a rooftop restaurant in Victoria Island, a place known for its panoramic views of Lagos. From their table, the city stretched endlessly below, traffic lights twinkling like fireflies, the Atlantic breeze carrying laughter and music from distant bars. Judy leaned against the glass railing, her wine glass catching the glow of the chandeliers overhead. It was the kind of scene influencers lived for, and Michael knew it. He kept her entertained with grand stories, spinning a web of success. He talked about his supposed wealth from the tech industry, describing phantom apps and contracts he claimed were raking in millions. "I own the best mansion in my estate," he boasted casually, as if mansions were mere accessories. His words carried the smooth confidence of someone who had told the same lies many times, and Judy, sipping her wine, allowed herself to be drawn in. "You know," she said between sips, her eyes sparkling with mischief, "my father also built a house in Lekki Phase 1. If I stay longer, I might move in." Michael's eyes lit up instantly, though he masked his excitement behind a practiced grin. "Really? That's beautiful. You'll have to show me sometime." His tone was calm, but inside, he was already calculating what this revelation might mean for him. As they drove back, the night alive with neon lights and the hum of nightlife, Michael leaned closer. "Why don't you see my place tonight? I think you'll like it better than a hotel bed." Judy paused briefly, then smiled. "All right," she said softly. Michael gripped the wheel tighter, his heart racing. The trap was set. The Lekki estate gates swung open slowly after Michael tapped the access code at the main security post. He glanced at Judy, expecting the automatic gates, the well-paved roads, and the high-walled mansions to impress her. To his surprise, Judy's eyes narrowed instead, her gaze lingering on the familiar palm-lined driveways. She had been here before. She knew this estate well, though she chose not to reveal it immediately. A smile tugged at her lips. How amusing it would be to tell Michael that fate had made them potential neighbors. As the car rolled toward the gleaming white mansion, Michael honked impatiently. His father, Pa Joseph, shuffled out from the boys' quarters, rubbing his eyes, half asleep. He fumbled with the heavy gate bolts as Michael leaned on the horn again, the sound piercing the quiet night. "You're too slow," Michael barked, his voice sharp with irritation, deliberately playing the role of an entitled master before Judy. "Old men don't value their jobs," he added with a scoff, rolling his eyes for dramatic effect. When the gate finally swung open, Pa Joseph lifted his head and his eyes caught Judy's face. In an instant, sleep vanished from his features. His knees weakened as recognition crashed into him like a wave. This was no stranger. This was Chief Adeyemi's daughter, the true heir to the mansion they had been squatting in. "Ha, madam! Welcome!" he exclaimed, his voice trembling as he bowed deeply. Judy blinked in shock. "Excuse me." But Michael, oblivious, waved dismissively. "Get the bags from the back." He clutched Judy's hand tightly, leading her into the house with practiced confidence. What Michael didn't know was that chaos awaited just beyond the doorway. Slow Pa Joseph ran to the boot, hoping to help Madam with her luggages, since she just got back. From the kitchen emerged Temi, Michael's longtime girlfriend. She wore an apron, her hair tied back, and her expression thunderous. The smell of simmering stew clung to her, but her face was fire. "Michael, who is this again?" she demanded, voice sharp enough to cut glass. Michael's knees nearly gave way. He had not expected Temi to still be around. He thought she had gone home hours earlier. "Temi, it's not what you think." But Temi was not having it. "So this is why you've been acting strange? Bringing another woman into our house?" Judy's brows knitted together. Her voice, cool but rising with suspicion, sliced through the room. "Our house? What do you mean, our house?" Temi's eyes flashed. She crossed her arms and took a step closer. "I'm his fiancée. This mansion is mine as much as his. I've been with him, I've invested in him. You see, all this, I've built with him." Her words dripped with both fury and pride, her accent rolling like someone who had lived half her life abroad but never lost the Lego spite. Judy turned sharply toward the gateman, who had hurried into the house, sensing disaster. Her eyes bore into him. "Please, who exactly are these people in my family's home?" Everything seemed to happen at once. Michael tried to calm Temi, grabbing her arm, hushing her like one might a hysterical child. In his mind, Temi was the safer bet, a billionaire's daughter who had already spent tens of millions on him. Judy, though attractive and intriguing, was new and untested. He could not risk losing Temi, not yet. The gateman, with the truth pressing against his chest, called Michael aside, his voice breaking. "My son, stop this madness. She is the owner of the house." By then, chaos had boiled over. Michael's father could no longer contain himself. He dropped to his knees, tears in his voice. "Ah, madam, forgive us. This house belongs to your father. My son deceived me. He pushed me into this shame." Judy staggered back, her world tilting as the truth unfolded. But as an influencer, her instincts kicked in. With trembling hands, she pulled out her iPhone. The record button glowed red. "Everybody, y'all should see this," she shouted, her voice steady now. "This woman claims to own my family house. Look at them, the so-called gateman and his son, living here like landlords." She swung her camera across the glittering marble sitting room. Comments exploded instantly. Viewers gasped, and then people recognized Temi, the billionaire's daughter, confirming her face. Michael's face drained of color. He moved quickly, trying to cover Judy's phone, trying to manage the situation. "You want to assault me on Instagram Live? Please, I need help. Someone should call 911. Sorry, the police department in Lekki Phase 1. She went on to call out her address. I just got back to be beaten up by these two and our staff. Upstairs, Temi's phone rang frantically. Someone had seen the stream and called to warn her. She dashed up the stairs, Judy trailing with her camera still live. The viewers followed in suspense as they burst into the master bedroom. On the bed lay Michael's clothes, scattered with Temi's designer outfits, undeniable evidence. This is my father's room, Judy screamed, her phone raised high. They've been living here like owners. Michael collapsed to his knees, sweat dripping from his forehead. Please, Judy, stop this. Let's talk. Don't do this to me. But Judy's followers were already multiplying, climbing into the hundreds of thousands. The scandal was too rich to stop. Temi, desperate to clear her image, turned on Michael. He scammed me too, she shouted into the camera. He told me this house was his. I spent millions on him. Ladies, beware of Lego's fake life. The internet roared, sealing Michael's fate. Streamers and blogs tagged Michael's Instagram handle. They flooded his comments with insult. Former lovers chimed in, confirming his lies. Gossip reaction channels churned out headlines. Lekki Big Boy exposed. Fake landlord busted in viral livestream. Police arrived soon after. Michael and his father were handcuffed in front of the mansion gates, cameras rolling. Neighbors peered from balconies, shaking their heads. For a year, Michael had lived like the Prince of Lekki, but in one night, his empire of lies collapsed, streamed live for the whole world to see. Michael's story is a powerful reminder that a fake life can only last so long before the truth comes crashing down. In the end, the lesson is clear. Pretending to be who you are not may bring temporary applause, but it always ends in disgrace. What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss more captivating Nigerian stories about love, betrayal, and the pursuit of wealth.